Jayco 12 HSB hard side camper here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is a very neat product. It's not going to be for everyone, for sure. There's a lot of people look at these and go, no way, buddy. I do recommend, though, that you actually get in one. The one thing every single person says is, you know, there's a lot more room inside here than I thought. It is terribly windy this morning, and I am sorry if that affects the camera a little bit. I am trying to shield the camera a bit with my body. So this comes in here. There's other A-frame campers on the market, though they don't have Jayco's warranty. This still carries Jayco's 2-year bumper to hitch warranty, whereas most anything else in this segment has just a single-year warranty. It's a fully aluminum framed laminated product, with the exception of the floor. This has the same floor construction as the rest of Jayco's pop-ups, which carry a lifetime warranty. They do not extend that warranty to this camper, though the construction does remain consistent on the flooring. The storage is always a premium in any pop-up, and that's why I like to point out all the little storage pockets that you get in here. And if you notice, I mean, we're seeing plywood, we're seeing real wood, we're not seeing particle board and OSB. You just don't find that in a Jayco. Now, in the last couple seasons, the 12 HSB, which means hard side storage box, I think, it had what kind of looked like a plastic fishing tackle box on the front, and there was nothing wrong with it, but it looked cheap, you know. So they upgraded this year to this full-on diamond plate thing here made by Moride, and I really like it. It gives it that bulkier look that is more indicative of a Jayco. It also has way easier storage access. You see, you can get to it from the top, and both sides do open. It's all made of metal, and a neat thing here is that it is physically separated just a titch from the coach. So whatever you put in here, you don't have to worry about waters and odors and things penetrating between the camper and the storage box. Now, these campers have as many features as you would expect from a pop-up camper as you would find in a fold-down travel trailer. That's the weird thing, is this kind of blurs that line. At the end of the day, yeah, it falls into the pop-up category, but it has more stuff than a normal pop-up tends to have. Like, for instance, it has a double propane tank and regulator system here. We simply have the tanks off for storage currently, but it's an auto changeover regulator like a travel trailer. Now, this is the table right here that goes between the dinette benches. I like to pop that outside to kind of show you a little bit different take on the thing here. You can take that table inside, outside, whatever. We do have 4 corner stabilizer jacks, where some, but not all, pop-ups have only 2 rear corner jacks. They expect the tongue jack to hold it steady, and the thing wobbles everywhere. I think I mentioned 2,200 pounds. If I didn't, there you go, just to give you an idea. So almost anything can tow this. I actually personally towed this exact trailer right here that we're looking at back from Jayco. We recently had a sale, and they hadn't sent us some of our truckloads of pop-ups yet, so I went down to get it. Pulling it with a little SUV, towed like a dream. It's cliche, but you know, I didn't know it was really back there other than looking at it. Here's what I loved about it. It's narrow body. It's the same width as a vehicle, like a minivan. So you can see around it. You don't need expensive towing mirrors. Some aren't terribly expensive, but hey, a couple bucks is a couple bucks, right? It also, when it folds down, it's lower than my rear view mirror, so I could still use my rear view mirror, and that's something a normal trailer cannot offer you. And because it was so low profile and narrow body, I didn't get that big wind buffeting when a semi passed me. It was excellent. We have a little outside shower over here. It does have hot and cold water. This is the back of your Dinette Cool Cat heater or AC. More on that when we get inside. And we do have both a propane furnace that is an option we've added to this model. And keep in mind, not every single 12 HSB is going to be exactly like the one in this video, so that could be something that differs. But a water heater is standard. This does have a 6-gallon vessel gas auto ignition water heater. That means you don't have to manually light it, and it is good for 11 gallons of hot water per hour. Now, both the front and rear walls sport that big bulky diamond plate, so this thing's going to continue looking good. There is a spare tire that goes on the back. Again, that's just in storage currently. The big triangular-ish windows that you're looking at, those they do have some level of sliding panel, so you can get some good cross breezes. You see the grill that comes with her here. That's a standard feature now. That's something they were not including in years past, and they did not increase the price. They got better bulk discounts on a few things because they're selling more of these, and they were able to include a grill at the same figures. And again, storage. We have a very generous outside storage compartment here below the bed. And I purposely left a couple big boxes in there. Like, that's the box the grill came in over there. And you can see how much space there still is in here. You can really pack this thing up. And that's an interesting thing with these too. With that storage box on the front and that storage area in the back, you can drastically affect your tongue weight via a cantilever effect. Or seesaw is just another easy way to say it. You know, so if you have a vehicle, you're like, man, I'm just afraid of that burying the back of my vehicle. Load the back of it up. Don't load the front of it up. You know, there's also different models that have different things on the front that can help alleviate that as well. Let's step inside for you real quick. You may have noticed a little stereo speaker right there, and as we step inside, you'll hear probably some music playing. I've got the local country music station playing, so I wouldn't forget to talk about the little radio that we have over here. I am going to turn it down a notch. I have that up a little bit aggressive apparently inside. But you've got all kinds of features here. You know, you've got a little auxiliary input for extra devices. It is just a radio. It does not have a little hidden CD player or anything like that. I don't want to mix people up. Let me back up just a touch here because we have a lot to cover in this little package, and I'm going to kind of sweep and pan around quite a bit. So again, we do have big windows for good breezes, and you see this one has those giant opening slider panels right there. I'm going to work from over here and kind of work my way around so I don't miss anything. Pardon me. Again, blurring the lines between a pop-up and a travel trailer. We do have a microwave right there, and it's the same, 0.9 cubic foot as you'd find in a normal travel trailer. Now on the back side of this stand right here, we actually do have TV hookups. They're just kind of hidden away a little bit so that they're not down where you're accidentally going to kick them or anything. So you can put a screen right there if you are so inclined. Now I showed you the bed has storage below, and they give you a handle here to easily lift that and get to that storage. This black box is something I definitely want to talk about. This is the Dinette Cool Cat. This is a 2-directional heat pump. It is either a air conditioner or an electric heater. It works only on shore power. It's not going to work off your battery. It would absolutely kill your battery if you put an inverter on this thing. But it'll work anywhere from something like 38 degrees to 104. I have to check my numbers, but it's close to that. It does an excellent job in this little space. It will do a fantastic job, especially considering all of the walls, they're all laminated. So you don't have to worry about having normal pop-up, you know, insulation levels. Now, these skylights back here, you'll see them on the front and the back. First of all, they're deceptively deep, and that's very important on the dinette. Less important back here. But where they're placed, if you're sleeping on the inside wall, when you look up, you're looking out. You're not looking at a flat wall directly in front of your face. You actually get a very nice view. Even on a cloudy, cold day, it's pretty cool, actually, you know, just looking up at the sky, but being inside where it's comfortable. They do have LED lighting in here, and that's very nice if you're dry camping with one of these because it's not going to eat your battery, you know. This is a little, it's funny, #1 question. Of all the things in this trailer, this is the #1 question. It's just a little clothes hanger, but it's something that can fold up out of the way. It's not heavy. It doesn't add a lot to your trailer. Another very interesting solution that I've seen from people is they get one of those little twist lock shower rods, and they'll put it right at the apex of the pop-up on both sides. Does a couple things. It does help reinforce the seal a little bit, but secondly, you can store some clothes up high where they're out of the way and just push them over when you're not using them. Keep in mind, on a really windy day or something like that, you may occasionally watch the wall move at the apex a little bit and see a little gap. That cannot be helped on one of these A-frames. You're still merging walls together in a sense, and that's something you have to be aware of. This is a 3-way refrigerator. It is a 12-volt shore power and propane, cold, colder, coldest. They'll all do okay, but propane will do a little bit better. But you have to pay to replace propane. If you have shore power, she'll do fine. If you are going dry camping, you can still keep some cool drinks on hand. Now, we have a 17-gallon water tank and 6-gallon water heater. So I guess you could combine those to say like 23 gallons of fresh water. It does not have a gray tank. It does not have a black tank. This basically is just a straight pipe that goes right outside, so you need to have a little tote tank set up or like a little bucket or something to catch the water. It does come with a hose to help facilitate that. And you know what? Wherever they could, they put storage in here. Big stovetop. Now they use a nice stainless cover, so you can use it like counter space when you want, but you've got a nice 3-burner stove otherwise. The furnace, if we add it, is down here. I have not ever seen a single A-frame. We have not added the furnace. We also typically tend to add this 12-volt fan up here. So again, if you're dry camping, you don't have shore power, you can't run that Cool Cat air conditioner heater I told you about, this is one of those full-size like max air fans. You open a couple windows and open this up, it makes a tremendous difference in this little space. And of course we also have supplemental heating over here. There is not storage below this dinette bench. However, there is storage below this one, and actually it's the same one you can access from outside, so it kind of has a little bit of a pass-through effect right there. Again, normally your table would go right here. I've simply removed it at the time being for demonstrational purposes, but this is something I love to show people. This is a true 4-person dinette. I can scoot all the way against the wall of this thing, and like I said, these things are deceptively deep. And it kind of has like a submarine porthole effect. Again, just like the rear bed, you can sort of look outside. But you can sit right here, you can chat with your friends. You know, you have a true 4-person dinette. Plenty of room beside me for an additional person. So, you know, this is definitely a couples camper. You can fold the dinette down into an extra sleeper, like if we have a grandkid with us or something like that. But you don't have to, and you can entertain a couple guests for the night. Now, the best thing about these is simplicity. You know, the whole idea is that this is easy. If you see the black line right here, that's the big hinge for the walls. Everything is basically built below that. So you don't have to fold stuff up and down like you would a normal pop-up. And in fact, it's so easy, I'm going to put this thing down with one hand. Keep in mind, it's really cold. Cold causes aluminum things to condense a little bit, so I may need to struggle with it a little bit this morning. Apologize there. That just pops open. Here's the secret. You do that one first or last. You work, like when you're setting it up, you start from this corner and work around. When you're taking it down, you do this corner first, and you'll see why in just a second here. There we go. I found sometimes it helps to kind of push up on the wall a little bit. Okay, so here this wall is free now, and you can see this is not heavy. This is just an ultralight laminated wall. Now, when this comes down, it's hard to reach that one. That's why I popped that one first. It makes life a lot simpler. Now, what you do here, we open the door, kind of pop that open a little bit, and we're actually going to sneak out the door is what we're going to do. So grab this door, hold her down. It helps when you remember to undeadbolt yourself on the way out. That's something I forgot to do just now. This door just kind of folds in. This is my favorite part. Just lift the ceiling, pow! Self-closing. That's all there is to it, guys. You know, even with me monkey around with one hand in the cold, if that took 23 seconds, I'd be surprised. That's all the harder this thing is. That's the whole point of this. Again, it's ease and simplicity of use. Ease of towing, it's just peace of mind. It's just camping simplified. It's not RVing, it's just camping. That's what's nice about it. Give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haglet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping.